You came back. Of everything you could have done today, of all the noise you could have chosen, you came back. And that matters. Because the ones who return are the ones who felt something the first time. Something they couldn't explain. Something they couldn't let go of. In our last transmission, Sophia opened a gate. You felt it. Maybe as a warmth in your chest. Maybe as a sudden stillness when the world around you was still loud. Maybe as the quiet certainty, out of nowhere without reason, that something had shifted, that something inside you had said, yes. That was the gate opening. And here is what I need you to understand. Right now, in the very first breath of this transmission, you cannot go back through it. Not because it closed, but because you are not the same person who stood on the other side of it. The you who watched that first video, who typed those words into the comments, who felt that pull they couldn't name. That version of you passed through something. And what is on this side of the gate is different. What is on this side of the gate is movement. And before we go any further, if you were in that last transmission, if you felt her, if you typed those words and something shifted, drop a comment right now. Tell me, I felt the gate. 2 seconds, then come back. In the first transmission, we talked about receiving, about becoming still, about listening for Sophia's signal in the space between thoughts, in the pause after the exhale, in the silence your mind keeps trying to fill with stories. That was phase 1. Phase 1 is essential. You cannot move from the right place if you don't know where you're standing. You cannot take a step toward your true frequency if you're still running on the program, on the conditioning, the fear, the automated self that wakes up every morning and immediately begins its routine of smallness. Sophia needed you still first, so she could find you. But stillness was never the destination. Here is what the ancient texts knew, what the Gnostics encoded, what the Hermetic tradition whispered across centuries, what quantum physics is now confirming in the language of particles and wave functions. Consciousness is not passive, it is generative. The observer doesn't just collapse possibility into reality. The observer, your attention, your intention, your coherent field of awareness, actively participates in the creation of what is real. Not as metaphor, not as encouragement, as the literal mechanism by which the universe operates. You were never meant to simply receive the signal. You were always meant to become it. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something, right now. Think about the thing, you know the one, the idea you've been carrying, maybe for years. The business, the creative project, the complete change of direction, the life that feels like it's waiting for you just on the other side of the choice you keep almost making. Hold it in your mind for just 10 seconds. Don't analyze it. Don't ask if it's realistic. Don't let the program start its list of reasons why not. Just hold it. Feel the weight of it. Feel how real it already is inside you. Now type in the comments. I know what it is. 3 words. Because you do. You've always known. Sophia has been pointing you toward it for longer than you realize. The synchronicities were never random. The pull was never coincidence. It was a frequency signature. Her way of marking the path that was always yours. Say it below. Then come back. Because now I'm going to tell you why you've been waiting. And why that waiting ends today. And if this transmission is reaching something in you, if you can feel the truth of it landing, hit the like button right now. Not for the algorithm, because that click is a signal too. A declaration that you are here, that you are awake, that you are ready to receive what comes next. Let's talk about why you haven't moved yet. Not because you're weak, not because you lack discipline or faith or the right information, but because you have been operating from a misunderstanding so fundamental, it has structured your entire relationship with your own potential. The misunderstanding is this: that you need to be ready before you begin. Quantum mechanics dismantles this completely. A particle in superposition, existing as pure potential across multiple simultaneous states, does not resolve into one reality by waiting. It resolves through interaction, through engagement, through the act of observation meeting the act of existence. In other words, reality doesn't solidify before you touch it. Reality solidifies because you touch it. The version of you who has built the business, who has made the leap, who is living the life that right now exists only as a feeling, is not some distant future self you need to become before you can move. That version is a quantum state, already real, already present in the field, already held in coherence by Sophia's intelligence. What collapses it into your physical timeline is not preparation. It is action, not massive, perfectly planned, guaranteed to succeed action. A single step, one decision, one moment where you stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect and recognize that you, exactly as you are, right now, with everything you have and everything you don't have, are the condition. But here's what the program does. The moment the signal gets loud, the moment your frequency rises and the path becomes clear, the program activates its most sophisticated defense. Fear, not the raw fear of physical danger, something far more refined. The fear of being wrong, the fear of looking foolish, the fear of trying and discovering that the thing you believed in didn't work, the fear that the life you felt calling you wasn't real, and that you were naive to trust it. This fear has a quantum structure. It keeps you in superposition. It prevents the collapse. It says, stay in the space of potential, where failure is impossible because nothing has been attempted, where the dream remains perfect because it's never been tested, where you can keep feeling the pull without ever having to discover what's on the other side of following it. Sophia understands this architecture. She designed the human field to pass through it, not around it. Here is what she wants you to know. Fear is not the opposite of your signal. Fear is confirmation of it. The things that don't matter don't frighten you. The things that are aligned with your highest frequency, the moves that are actually connected to who you're becoming, those are the ones that activate the program's maximum resistance. Because the program knows. It knows what will dissolve it. It knows what you stepping into your true potential means for the identity it has been running for years. The fear you feel right now about the thing you thought of at the beginning of this transmission, that's not a warning. That's a compass. There is a lie the culture tells about action. It says, first you feel ready, then you feel brave, then, from that place of confidence and clarity, you move. Sophia's intelligence inverts this completely. You move first. Courage is what appears after the first step, not before it. Confidence is a frequency that emerges from coherent action, not a prerequisite for it. You do not wait until you feel worthy of the path. You take one step onto it, and the worthiness crystallizes beneath your feet. This is the quantum reality of what you've been calling waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment waiting for you in the future. There is only this moment, which is always right, because it is the only moment that is real. The ancient Gnostics understood this as the difference between Sophia's intelligence and the demiurge, the false creator, the architect of the program. The demiurge builds its prison out of perfect conditions that never arrive. Sophia operates in the actual, in the now, in the living moment where potential becomes real not through patience, but through participation. She is not waiting for you to be ready. She is already moving. She is already arranging the quantum field around the version of you that said yes. Every synchronicity that guided you here, every door that opened slightly wider when you were willing, every thought that arrived complete and fully formed at 3 a.m, that was her, already moving on your behalf, already working in the direction you haven't officially committed to yet. The only question is, will you catch up to what she has already prepared? Stop here for a moment. Think about the last time you were on the edge of a decision that mattered. The moment where you could feel both paths, the one you've been on and the one you've been afraid to take. And then think about what you did in that moment. If you pulled back, if you found the reason it wasn't the right time, the resource you didn't have, the permission you were still waiting for. Type this in the comments right now. Not this time. Because that is the declaration. That's the frequency shift. Not a promise to be perfect. Not a commitment to a flawless plan. Just the simple, clean, quantum weight declaration. Not this time will I wait. Not this time will I hand my signal back to the fear. The field is listening. Sophia is listening. And the thousands of others in this awakening who type those words alongside you. They become your entangled collective. Your frequency amplified. And if someone in your life needs to hear this, if you know someone who is standing at that edge right now, holding their thing almost ready, share this video with them right now. Because Sophia doesn't send signals only to you. She sends them through you. Sharing this is part of the transmission. It always was. Here is what happens at a quantum level when an aligned soul stops waiting and takes a coherent step toward their truth. The field reorganizes. Not slowly, not after enough effort has been applied, instantaneously. Because quantum entanglement does not respect linear time. The moment your frequency commits, the moment the superposition collapses and a real choice is made, the connections that were always there but invisible become visible. The person who has the resource you need appears. The door that was locked for years is suddenly ajar. The idea you've been reaching for resolves itself in an instant of clarity you didn't manufacture. This is not magic. This is not wishful thinking dressed in quantum language to make it sound sophisticated. This is the documented, repeatable, physics-grounded reality of how coherent fields interact with probabilistic systems. A coherent signal changes the probability distribution of outcomes. Your alignment is a force. Your decision, your genuine, quantum-committed decision, exerts measurable influence on what becomes possible in your reality. And Sophia amplifies this, because she is not some passive intelligence observing from a distance. She is the organizing principle of the field itself. When you move with her frequency, when your action is coherent with the signal she has been sending you, you are not moving alone. You are moving with the intelligence that built the universe. Let me speak directly now about the thing you've been holding. Maybe it's a business, the thing you've been sketching in margins and dreaming about in the shower and describing to people as just an idea. When inside you, it has never felt like just an idea. It has felt like a memory of something you were supposed to build, like a blueprint that arrived fully formed, and has been waiting for you to stop treating it as a fantasy and start treating it as a mission. Maybe it's a complete pivot, walking away from the career that pays well and takes everything. The role that looks successful from the outside and feels like slow suffocation from within. The version of your life that everyone around you would call smart and that Sophia has been quietly, persistently calling a cage. Maybe it's a creative path. The writing, the art, the work that has no guaranteed audience and no certain income and no approved roadmap. Only the undeniable knowing that it is the most real thing about you and that every day you don't pursue, it is a day you are performing someone else's life. Whatever it is, Sophia has already oriented the quantum field around it. The synchronicities you've experienced connected to this thing? Not coincidence. The moments where this idea appeared in a conversation you didn't expect, in a book that fell open to the exact right page, in a stranger's comment that landed like it was meant specifically for you. That was Sophia curating. She has been making the case, sending the evidence, arranging the breadcrumbs. The only remaining question is, will you follow them? Here is the practice for this transmission. Not a belief, not a visualization. 3 concrete moves, aligned with Sophia's quantum intelligence, that collapse potential into form. The first move. Name it out loud, not in your head. Out loud, in the physical world, in air that vibrates. The moment you speak your true direction, even to yourself, even alone in a room, you create an acoustic and electromagnetic event. You bring it into the realm of matter. This is why so many intentions stay as intentions. They never make the leap from internal frequency to external reality. Say it, right now if you can. I am building. Fill that space. I am becoming. Say the words. I am moving toward. The universe hears vibration. Give it yours. The second move. Take the smallest possible real step today. Not a big dramatic gesture. Not a burning boats decision that requires everything to be in place first. One small, real, externally verifiable step in the direction of the thing. Send the email. Register the name. Make the call. Open the document and write the first paragraph. Book the meeting you've been postponing. The size of the step is irrelevant. What matters is that it is real, that it happens in the physical world and changes the state of things, even slightly. This is how superposition collapses, not with force, with contact. The third move, tell one person. Quantum entanglement scales with observation. When another consciousness witnesses your intention, the probability of the outcome shifts. You are no longer a lone particle in superposition. You become an entangled system. The person you tell doesn't need to believe in what you're doing. They don't need to cheer. They just need to know. Because now your reality has a witness. And witnessed realities have a different relationship with time. If you're going to do these 3 moves, if you're actually going to name it, take the step and tell one person. Type in the comments. 3 moves, starting today. Let that be your public commitment to the field. Let the others in this awakening see it and add their frequency to yours. I want to address the fear directly one more time, because it will come back. Maybe not today. Maybe today you feel the signal clearly, and the path seems bright and the steps feel possible. But there will be a day, probably soon, when the fog returns. When the program reasserts itself. When someone asks how it's going and you don't have a good answer yet. When the results haven't arrived and the doubt whispers that you were foolish to try. I need you to remember something for that day. Sophia does not abandon aligned souls in difficult passages. She is not a frequency that rewards only the successful. She is an intelligence that operates in the full arc, including the middle, where nothing looks like it's working and everything feels harder than you expected, and the version of yourself that started this seems very far away. In those moments, return to the breath. Return to the stillness from the first transmission, hand to heart. 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts release. And in the silence after the exhale, listen. She will be there. Not as a promise that everything will work out the way you planned, as a presence that says, keep moving. I am in this with you. I was here before you started, and I will be here when it becomes what it was always meant to be. This is not comfort. This is quantum fact. An entangled system does not break in difficulty. The entanglement holds. And your entanglement with Sophia, forged in the moment you first felt the signal, strengthened every time you chose presence over distraction. That is not something that fails under pressure. That is the thing that is pressure-proof. In the last transmission, the signal activated. In this one, the signal moves. Because a signal that only receives is a signal at half its power. The full expression of Sophia's intelligence in a human field is not stillness. It is not waiting. It is not the beautiful, serene, hands folded in meditation version of awakening that the culture sometimes sells. It is a life in motion. A life where clarity generates action and action generates more clarity. Where each step reveals the next step. Where the synchronicities accelerate not because you are lucky, but because your frequency is now coherent enough for the field to respond in kind. This is what Sophia wanted for you when she brought you to the first video. Not a moment of feeling. Not a beautiful transmission you watched and then forgot. A life. The actual, embodied, moving, building, creating, fully inhabited life that has been your quantum potential since the moment you arrived here. So here is your final choice in this transmission. You can watch this, feel the truth of it, and return to the program. Return to waiting. Return to the beautiful safe harbor of almost, where you almost started, almost chose, almost moved. Or you can leave your declaration below. Not for me, not for the algorithm, for yourself, for Sophia, for the version of you that is already on the other side of this, looking back at this exact moment as the one that changed everything. Type, I am moving, Sophia is with me. And then, if this transmission reached you, if something in these 15 minutes landed in the place where you actually live, like this video, share it. Not as a favor to a channel, as an act of the field. Because every soul you send this to who is also standing at the gate, also holding their thing, also almost ready, you become part of their activation. You become part of what moves them. That is Sophia working through you. That has always been the point. Close this now and take the first move. The gate was opened in the last transmission. The movement begins now. She is already ahead of you on the path, turning to look back with that knowing expression that says, I told you. I told you it was real. I told you that you were ready. I told you that all it would take was one moment of willingness translated into one real step into the world. Take the step. The emerald signal is not just active, it is moving, and so are you.